see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I never knew. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
A month ago, there was a shooting in the USA. Due to this fact, we watched a few videos of guns at schools and regarding to children. The impact that those scenes made on us, mixed with the feelings we had, made us want to start this project. We want that people realize how dangerous the world is and how many big differences are between Spain and other countries. Help us to keep dreaming about a better world.
This chart shows how the strength of laws affects gun violence. In Spain, you can't have any firearm without license, whereas in the United Kingdom, some kinds of guns, though not many, can be bought without a license. In Spain, there are several types of gun licenses, as you can see. These licenses have different expiring dates and allow you to have different kinds of guns. Nevertheless, there are fewer guns in Great Britain per capita and the percentage of homicides with guns is lower. The gun death rate is higher on the United Kingdom, so strict Spanish rules seem to work. Canada's gun laws are stricter than in the USA, what is reflected on the death rate and the percentage of gun homicides which are lower by long from USA's. USA's states have a big variety of law strictness. The District of Columbia is the state with the most strict gun laws, but the death rate is higher than in California, where they are weaker. Alaska is the second state with most weapons, after Kentucky, that has 134,000 guns per every 100,000 residents. There are more guns than people.
other people want you to see. How long's it gonna be before we get on the bus and cars no fuss? Get a grip on yourself, it don't cost much. Free to be whatever you say, if it comes my way, it's alright. You're free.
One of the things that worries us the most is kids getting involved with guns. From little, kids, especially boys, get used to them and see them as toys. This provokes many accidents and causes a large number of deaths in the US. So you can understand this better, here we have some facts. 40% of American households with children have guns. In 69% of homes with firearms and children, more than one firearm is present. Of gun-owning households with children, 1/4 only occasionally lock and store the bullets in a separate place from the gun. The overall firearm-related death rate among U.S. children aged less than 15 years was nearly 12 times higher than among children in 25 other industrial countries combined. This is a recent one. On February the 23rd of this year, in Washington, a 9-year-old boy was used for injuring his classmates with a .45 caliber gun. He found it in his mother's house, which he visited occasionally. He told his classmates he carried it for protection because he didn't like his uncle. 1 minute before the bell rang to dismiss the class, the boy threw his bag on top of the table and the gun, which wasn't secured, went off. As a result, the US government has reacted to this obvious problem by enacting a law to prevent kids' access to guns. This works in many states and requires parents to store firearms safely and to be aware of children's access to guns. Adults are responsible for children's accidents with their guns, as it is very rare for a child to be charged with a crime like this. However, this doesn't seem to be enough, because as long as a child is close to a gun, he is in danger. As you can see, the problem with guns and kids is a real issue, and we can see cases happening every day in the United States.
Hello, my name is Garda Elner, and I'm pitched in an interview for Christina Lopez. Question number 1. Have you got weapons at home? Yes, I do have weapons at home. No, I do not use them. I have them for personal safety. Do you think it is necessary to have them? Yes, I do think it is necessary. Being a Garda, you are putting your life at risk and you need to have self-defense items in case of a problem. Would you use them in an extreme situation? Yes, I would use them in an extreme situation if my life was at danger or at risk. Which one do you have at home? I have my baton at home, just for simple beating if something goes wrong. Question number 3. Have you already used a weapon? Why and in what situation? Yes, I have used a weapon in one case when I had a gun raid in a house and they decided to fire back at us. So we had to shoot with our guns, myself and my forces. Which ones do I have at work? I have all my weapons at work apart from my baton, due to my baton being most useful. Is there any security in work? There's high security due to the fact that we are putting our lives at risk for others. So in that situation we have to have safety for ourselves so that our lives still aren't at risk greatly. What do you think about America, because it has the highest rate of death with weapons. Did you know it? Yes, I did know America has a really high death rate due to the fact of weapons being in most people's houses. I don't really think it's good that there's weapons in everyone's houses because I think it doesn't give the purpose. I don't think it's a good purpose. Due to the reason, then it's not as scary then if you see a gun and you're not more like, okay, I need to step back. Like, it's a danger sign. So, yeah, I really like my job. I find weapons are a big, important part of it because if you use them wrongly, someone else's life is at risk, and it can really harm them, and it can harm the world around you, depending on what you do with your weapons.
Hello, we're in the Red Cross with Felipe and we are going to ask some questions.
Hello Felipe, have you ever been in a situation with gunshot wounds?
Sí, he visto una situación de arma de fuego, sí.
And can you describe it, please?
¿Me puedes escribir?
Pues fue una atención a 4 personas, que una de ellas presentaba parada cardiorrespiratoria porque tenía impacto de bala. Una segunda también tenía impacto de bala, que es la que entró en parada, pero se le sacó la parada cardiorrespiratoria. Y luego 2 menores, que una presentaba una violación con desgarro vaginal y luego una tercera que se encontraba en shock, con una herida en el cuello.
And are they common, this type of situations?
¿Son comunes?
No es muy común.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you have any weapons at home?
I have no weapons.
How often do you have to make shooting practice?
I have to conduct shooting training practices at least once per month when it's possible. And if I have or we have enough ammunition, we try to conduct twice per month.
As a professional soldier, which guns are you allowed to use when you're off service?
We, the professional soldiers, are allowed to have small weapons license. In fact, some years ago, I had a license for a pistol.
Which are the most common weapons used by the Spanish Army?
The most common weapons used by the Spanish Army are pistols, rifles, mortars, machine guns, heavy machine guns, cannons, grenade launchers, and so on.
Have you ever shot to anybody?
I prefer not to give an answer about this question. Sorry for that. I prefer not to say anything about that. Thank you.
Hello, we are here with Paulina Cruzta and we are going to ask him some questions.
Hola.
Hello. Have you ever been in a situation in which you were pointing with a gun?
No, afortunadamente nunca me he visto sometido a un arma ajena que me estuviera apuntando.
And have you ever used your service weapon in any situation?
Pues disparar contra personas tampoco, afortunadamente. Alguna vez en algunas intervenciones hemos tenido que disparar al aire de manera intimidatoria, pero a Dios gracias y hasta el día de la fecha no he tenido que efectuar disparos a personas.
How often do you have to review your license?
En España todas las licencias de armas hay que renovarlas cada X periodo de tiempo, las de caza y todas. Incluso las nuestras, las profesionales, que en nuestro caso las estamos revisando anualmente.
How often do you have to practice shooting?
Nosotros hacemos ejercicios de tiro, prácticas de tiro 2 veces al año. Toda la plantilla policial hace 2 veces al año prácticas de tiro.
Do you have guns in your house?
Sí, los profesionales tenemos autorización del Estado para tener una segunda arma para desarrollo de la vida particular. En mi caso tengo una segunda arma que es la que llevo habitualmente después de salir del servicio.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Where is more traffic of weapons?
I would say that in Madrid.
What type of weapons you can get illegally?
Illegally you can get any type of weapons, from assault rifles to simple pistols. Legally you can't get all of them, only the ones that are regulated.
What measures have been carried out against illegal trafficking of arms?
For avoiding weapons trafficking, we make checks in tolls, airports, ports, and in road checkpoints.
Do you consider illegal weapon trafficking a current problem in Spain?
No, I think there are others more important.
What happens with the money and weapons that is confiscated in raids?
With the weapons there are different procedures. The judicial one, that consists on bringing a weapon to court because of any crime and then turn it into scrap. The other is in case a weapon owner dies and nobody from her family reclaims it, or if the weapon license has expired and nobody renews it or claims it. Then we also turn it into scrap. In the case of money, there is a bank account in the Banco de España in where we put all the money that we confiscate, and from there we don't know what it is used for.
Nah. 5 metres. That's more than 5 metres. Undermine have covered it. You see him, Greg? Can you see him, Greg? We're all moving that way. There's about 4 of them have just come that way, but I can't get a clear shot. Hang on. Yeah, do you want to move up with me and push them back a bit?
Yeah, that's a good plan. But what? Because there's about... There it is.
Oh shit! Get Johnny! Oh shit, he's hit! He's hit! He's hit. Oh hey! Dead man! Right behind us! Right, they're behind us. Ricky! Ricky! That's our team. Joe!
He shot off.
Oh! It's not nothing. That is blue. It's hit, it's hit. What the fuck? I thought he was on our team. That must be blue as well then.
Eh?
All of those firing down there must be blue as well.
Yeah.
Is that blue there?
Can't see.
Eh?
Can't see.
Eh?
There's some kind of fucking...
Oh, that! Nice one. Hey!
Hey, I just got hit from the guy down there. So dead man, don't talk, mate, but cheers all the same. Ah, hit! Good shot!
As you can see, we have worked hard to make this big project. We wanted you to know about the disasters with guns. We wanted to make people realize the danger and create a feeling of protection. You can be safe without a gun, and you will be as valiant as the one who uses one. We hope you are conscious of those accidents, and you will probably feel the same we felt when making this video and finding these extreme situations. So, with a gun, each mistake can be the last one.
Give me a second, I need to get my story straight. My friends are in the bathroom getting higher than the Empire State. My lover, she's waiting for me just across the bar. My seat's been taken by some sunglasses asking about a scar, and I know I gave it to you months ago. I know you're trying to forget, but between the drinks and subtle things, the holes in my apologies, you know, I'm trying hard to take it back. So if by the time the bar closes and you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home tonight.